What's up, Cowboy Nation? Cowboy Headquarters, America team, and here we are. What's up with it on the Dallas Cowboys huddle? And here we are with the heavy hitters. What's up? First of all, let's get a check. Let's get a mic check. Dallas Cowboy Chris.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
I don't think he can hear us.
I don't think so.
Okay, he'll be back. So here we are, guys. Hey, we got something to talk about today. Here I am with B2 Real in the house, 21 on Mondo 21. And we got Dallas Cowboy Chris that's in and out, but he will be back. What you got there, man? Ooh.
That's my quarterback.
Yeah, man. Speaking of quarterbacks, man, here we are. Dallas wins, Dallas wins, Dallas wins. What y'all think about that? How y'all feeling about that win, man? Come on, Mondo. What you think, brother?
Well, it's bittersweet for me. Obviously, it's sweet because we won, but it's bitter because, goddamn, why couldn't they win the first game when I was there?
Exactly.
He's selfish.
But you know what? I was telling Maxine, I was like, man, we gotta get back. We gotta get back there because I gotta break this curse. I'm 2-3 at the stadium right now. I'm
2-3.
I'm 2-3. I'm below 500, so I gotta get to 500.
Well, Mondo, I'm gonna say this here, man.
You gotta stay at the stadium.
Stay at home, bro. Stay at home. Don't come. Just come back over there. There's not game time, man. But no, we gotta keep you at the house. All right, let's try this again. Dallas Cowboy Chris, say something to us.
Say something.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. He
Say something.
Tell me something good.
Say, man, I've been having. I don't know what's going on with my audio, man. And it was so bad. I went and checked it earlier today to make sure everything was working, and everything was working fine. As soon as we click on it, sucker just go off. But anyway, we here. Nice hat, B2 Real.
Yeah, that is nice. That's nice. Yeah. But hey, Chris, remember that one time we was recording? Y'all remember recording and we wasn't recording?
Yeah.
So,
we did like 30 minutes and we finally figured out what to record.
Somebody say, y'all ain't done nothing. Where y'all at?
Y'all going live? We thought we was live. So
Gary, you didn't got the chat started. Look at that. Buzz said, don't go anymore, Mondo. Trackcock said, Mondo, stay home. No more games.
Yeah, where's that at? Let me see. Where's that one at? Oh, yeah, for sure. Stay at the crib.
So y'all can't treat my boy like that. He ain't the curse. He's not the curse.
Yeah, he said he's
on 2-3 at the stadium right now, so we good right now. We got 2 wins under our belt, but yeah, I need to go back. I need to go back and get 500.
Sneaky, you got to come on later. You ain't finna come on right now. No, sir, Bobby Jones. You can come back, but no, sir. Anyway, we'll catch you in about 30. Yeah, we'll get you, but like we're not gonna. This is not gonna be the Sneaky G Man show tonight. So hey guys, check it out, man. Cowboys win 20-17. And hey, we're 1-1, so we'll take that, man. So let's start off with real quick, man. Just let me go over some stats real quick, and you guys can chime in what y'all thought about that. So here we are. So the score was 17-20 Cowboys. Cooper Rush was 19 for 31 for 235 yards. Okay, 1 TD. We got rushing. Zeke was 15 for 53. Only got 15 touches again, guys. Tony Pollard only had 9 touches for 43 yards. CeeDee Lamb had 7 for 75. Noah Brown, class of 92.
Stop.
I actually just found out when him and Cooper Rush came in together. 2017.
Noah Brown came in 17.
That's I read that. I didn't screenshot it, but I read that.
Wow. Okay, so that's what there was our stats, man. Real quick, we can look and see what the Bengals, which Bengals didn't do too much of nothing. Come to find out, Joe Burrow had 24 for 36 for 199 yards for 1 touchdown. Joe Mixon 19 for 57. Joe Burrow 4 for 26, and that was about it. Jamar Chase only had 5 for 54. T. Higgins 6 for 71. So the final score was 20-17. Looked like we had started off real good in the first half, guys. But once we got going, hey, I don't know. What do you think, guys? What's going on?
So let me start off. I was a little concerned. I got concerns because the second half, 3 points in the second half, and that's not good, man. That's not good. Cooper Rush, he started off hot. At the end of the game, I don't know what happened, but we definitely need more than 3 points in the second half. Because the Bengals cut it close, and I know all of us were kind of like, oh, what's gonna happen? You know, Luckily, the big dog came through. Brett, maybe Maher. Maybe he'll make it. Maybe he won't. And he made that one. Well, we needed it. But yeah, hey, it was a good win. I think it's a big win for us. I know it's funny because I get a lot of comments in my TikTok. Shout out TikTok. But I get a lot of comments saying, "Oh, y'all beat a bad team." I was like, oh, "Okay, so the AFC champs is the bad team all of a sudden, right?" But it's a good win for us. I'll take it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What do you think? What do you think, Dallas
Yeah,
Cowboy Chris?
Ken. What's up?
Hi TikTok, how are y'all?
Cowboys Chris, Gary, B2 Real.
Well,
Come check us out.
I went to the game, okay, and the first half, when I go, they win. So in the first half, it seemed like the Cowboys had a script. They stuck to it, and they got down the field easy. In the second half, it just seemed like they had no sense of urgency. When the Bengals cut it close to 8, and remember they were driving down the field and Dalton Schultz fumbled the ball. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, the Cowboys was going in to score because they had that sense of urgency, right? So when he fumbled, that changed the momentum of the game, and then that's how they went down on that long, was it 8-9 minute drive, and scored. Okay. I really think if Dalton Schultz wouldn't have fumbled the ball, I think the Cowboys would have walked away with this one easy. Okay, it was just a momentum switch. Okay, but I was really proud of the fans, man. At the end of the game, when Diggs made the big stop, on third down, hey, everybody talk about it giving up yards and everything. I said, do y'all just remember Jamar Chase doing just as much of anything, any big dramatic plays?
He was shut down.
Not. Okay, so hey, you got to give Diggs credit, and then making big plays. Now, interceptions ain't always big plays, but when he came up there and make that tackle on third down, that we needed that stop, and he did it. Hey man, I was really excited about that. The stadium was electric, man. I think a lot of the fans were just a sigh of relief because didn't nobody, including me, think we was gonna win that game. Okay. And
you said it on TikTok.
I said, hey, man, hey, I'm not afraid to say any damn thing, okay? I'm one of those, I love my Cowboys, but I'm going to speak my mind too, okay? So the fans, man, they were electric, man. The stadium was, and I was just like, thank you, Cowboy fans. Thank you for showing some kind of emotions other than, what Stephen A. Smith say. And that's the only reason Sneaky tried to jump on, because he's trying to defend the comments Stephen A. Smith said about Michael Parsons being the next LT. Yeah. And he is.
Well, what do you think, man? I mean, what did you get out of that, and what was your observation?
I mean, we're gonna talk about it more in the show, but I'm obviously excited. Shout out to the St. Louis Joe. I'm obviously excited, man, that we got the dub. That's all that matters. But one thing that also matters is how we got the dub.
Yeah.
I was assuming, that Cooper Rush benefited from Kellen Moore's pocket passing offensive coordination. That's what I was thinking originally. But then I had to rewatch the game and saw that, Cooper Rush really benefited from a terrible Eli Apple, in a secondary that just couldn't keep up with our offense, our offensive wide receivers. But, then again, we still didn't commit to anything. We'll talk about it more in the show, but, overall, I'm okay with the win.
Yeah, and like I say, we'll take the win for sure, and that's the thing. So, let's talk since you started there. Let's go ahead and talk about the observation of Cooper Rush. Uh, uh, 20. Oh well, he's talking right now, but Dallas Cowboy Chris. So, what was your
Mhm.
observation of Cooper Rush? I mean, did
Well,
he?
like I said, the first half, man, he looked really well. He was doing what he did when he played in Minnesota. Okay, he was taking what the defense gave him, and he did good. He made Noah Brown look like a real NFL player. I still don't believe it, but he made him look like a player. A lot of Ohio fans was there, and talking about Ohio State, this and that. That's where he's from. I was just like, I don't even remember him there, and they played Michigan.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think he did good. I still want to see more from Dalton. Okay, I don't. Is he playing next week or not? I don't know because I know he got hurt in the game. I think they need to give the ball more to Zeke. He still only had a few touches. Okay, if it wasn't for Pollard breaking that one play, our rushing yards would have still been dismal. I think in the second half they just once again they didn't have no sense of urgency, man, and I need that. Okay, I need that sense of urgency, man. We need points. We ain't scored points all year. We need points on the board, okay? And this Monday is a good opportunity to put some points on the board.
So right now, they got us ranked 25th
And
in the
offense,
league. Yeah, whereas as far as because we're averaging only 11 and a half points a
yeah.
game. Okay,
From what
so
last year, what we had 32 last year.
They're like 32 average, I think.
yeah, yeah, that's where we
That's
are
a
right
big
now.
difference. That's a
Yeah.
big difference.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but that's where we are. So be too real. What do you think about your observation of Cooper Rush? I mean, I know you kind of talked about it, but let's kind
Uh,
of go a little more detail.
my observation of Cooper was he played well enough for a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
In my opinion. There were some balls that were inaccurate. There were some balls that were high. There were some balls that were behind. Wide receivers really stepped up and went and got some balls that probably they wouldn't have caught. Um, so my observation is that he really benefited from Kellen Moore's lack of
Creativity.
creativity and imagination. When you're in the pocket and you pass to who it's intended to pass it to, if it's open, you benefit. If the play if it's not open, you're not gonna benefit. I think he benefited because, like I said, Eli Apple could not cover anyone since he left New York.
Since he
Um,
left Ohio State.
yeah, so I think that you know every team, and I'm starting to see this. Although it's week 2, I'm starting to see that they want us not to commit to the run and to beat them through the air because I think that most defenses feel like our quarterback situation can't handle the pressure of passing the ball downfield. And I think that a lot of people are trying to agree with that. And I think Kellen Moore is kind of playing right into that when he's not allowing Zeke to get 20 touches a game. I think it's ridiculous that he's not, you know, doing what he should do on that side of the ball with imagination and being so predictable in his play calling. Cooper Rush did what Cooper Rush was supposed to do, get the dub. And I mean, I'm a tribute to him because that's who we observing right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a
Fact.
team effort, and Michael Parsons is the MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 21 Armando, what do you think, brother, on our observation of Cooper Rush? What did you
I,
see and what do you thought what was your thoughts about
I
Cooper?
liked everything about Cooper Rush. I think that Cooper Rush showed us some things that not even start. There's a couple starters in the NFL right now that Cooper Rush looked way better than. So like I think like Brandon said, he looked good. For as a good backup, right? So I like him. I think that Chris hit it on the mark though. I think the second half we didn't see that urgency. We didn't see that first half rush. But I hope they get it together. I don't mean But overall, I think Cooper Rush, he got us through. He's 2-0 as a starter, and I believe he can win us this game against the Giants. Definitely. They have that Jones guy, so we won't worry
Yeah,
about all that.
DJ.
Yeah, they
What
got
is
they got
what
I
is he
just
about?
hope they got.
What
that's
is he
that
about?
Jones, that's that Jones guy.
Yeah, they better have a great backup because he ain't gonna make it. But anyway, yeah, that's true though. But my observation, man, of Cooper Rush, man, I don't know why, but I felt comfortable. I wasn't holding my breath. And I'm just saying. But one thing I
Because
did
you wasn't
notice.
expecting much.
No, I was. I've always said, here's the deal, and this just my opinion from what I've seen from training camp. They never allow Cooper Rush to be a competitor to Dak. They keep Cooper Rush, and I'm not saying Cooper Rush is a great quarterback, but I just like his poise at the quarterback position. I mean, what he was doing, even though they was running the zone, he was throwing in the pockets. That's how he was finding his receiver, and he was leading his receivers. It wasn't that they was coming back. Maybe it was one or two he had to come back, but they was where they needed to be. So I was comfortable with what Cooper Rush was doing, but also I saw what Kellen Moore Wisdom Tooth did that he don't do much with Dak. He did a rollout boot and he threw a
Yeah,
touchdown. I'm like, well, why did we not use this with Dak, but we're using it with Cooper? Again, I don't know, but for whatever reason, I felt comfortable seeing him, and I was hoping that he came in and win, but here we are. He has 2 wins under his belt. So personally, with me, he did a good job as a backup quarterback, but I am a little skeptical and concerned on how we didn't do anything in the second half. But overall, with Cooper Rush, man, I have to say that basically he did his part. He got another W for us. So that's how I feel about it, man. So,
Well, can I say this though, real quick, Gary?
yeah, yeah.
Cincinnati didn't do nothing in the second half to the fourth quarter. They ain't do nothing. So I
Well, our
think
defense, our defense really pressured them, man. We had how many sacks? We had 6 sacks.
well, that's the point I'm getting to. Okay,
Yeah,
that's the point I'm getting to. Man,
right.
our defense put so much pressure on Burrow, and
Mm.
he made Michael Parsons made Lyle Collins look like he ain't even know the dude. And then
And
at
he
the
the
end of
one
the
taught
game,
him. He the one taught him, right?
yeah, then at the end of the game, he want to give him 5 and that. I'm like, no, he abused you, bro. I wouldn't even want to speak to that man after he treated you like this on national TV. Okay, so what I was saying is because our defense has stepped up, man. They really have, man. I'm so happy that man they playing like a good unit. Okay, we ain't getting those dramatic interceptions and big plays, but when it counted, they stopped them. Okay, so that's all we want, man. We want them to stay in there with the big time quarterbacks. Okay, and I don't care what nobody. Burrow's a big time quarterback. I don't care what you say about Cincinnati right
He is.
now.
Yeah,
He's still a big time quarterback.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
the defense, man, they did what they had to do.
And I think Cincinnati's still stuck on that. We was in the Super Bowl last season. They got they're going, and
Well,
all,
that was last year.
yeah, that was last year. And some teams get stuck like this. Like, oh well,
what do they
we'll
call it?
just
What did they call it? A Super Bowl hangover.
hangover, Super Bowl hangover. And even though they didn't win it, but I still feel that they got this Super Bowl hangover and we're going to be better. But it hadn't worked like that. Which the first game they could have won. They just missed a field goal and whatever. It just at some time it happens like that. But yeah, I say the same thing. They're still a 500 team that just getting a slow start. So with that being said, guys, let's go right into this. What do you? And we just talked about it the second half. Let's talk about this play calling. You know, be too real.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of touch base on a little bit of everything, but this play calling. Do you feel that we're moving forward, or you still think we're doing the same thing? Or
I mean, I honestly, game 2 looked very similar to game 1, in my personal opinion. I feel like there were one or two additives and one or two subtractions from the play calling list. It wasn't no double reverse going on. But then he added a quarterback boot, like you said. But I didn't see anything any different. It was very predictable. We didn't commit to the run. We threw the ball 31 times. We rushed 24 times. Um, Zeke needs the ball. I just don't know how much more I can say that, and it's because everybody knows a running game opens up the passing game. Everybody knows this, and if you don't commit to the run, if you just will not do it, what's going to happen is what happened Sunday, which was at halftime, adjustments will be made on the defense, right? And when the adjustments are made on the defense at halftime, you're going to be left to kicking a field goal in the fourth quarter under 2 minutes. That's not how you want to win ball games, especially when you're up 17 points on the team.
Yeah.
So I don't think the play calling, I think it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's second half for sure.
The play calling wasn't bad. I think they adjusted to Cooper Rush's style. So I liked it, but I think they played like we keep saying that second half they played, what do you call it? Just like
played not to lose.
Like they play like, I don't know how. There's a word I'm looking for. Just
conservative.
Conservative. There you go. Exactly. They played conservative football. They were just trying to they knew they could win, but they didn't want to. I don't know if they didn't want to bring out the flashy plays anymore. I don't know what it was, but that second half just looked stale. So definitely, I think they adjusted it as far as for Cooper Rush. Maybe I know Brandon was talking about, or no, Gary, my bad. Gary was talking about how come they didn't do this for Dak, but I think they saw things that worked for Cooper Rush as a style of play. So the play calling, I think it was good for Cooper Rush.
Okay.
Right. I think that's what we were talking about last week, about how if we see Cooper Rush benefiting from this style of play calling, do we keep him in the game if Dak is to return? And just I don't want to see Cooper Rush as our starting quarterback when Dak's healthy. I don't want to see that. But Dak has to see the field a little bit better outside of the pocket. That's just who he is as a quarterback. I mean, he rolls out, sees the field a whole lot better, able to make better passes, in my personal opinion. And when you can't provide an offensive scheme for that type of player, you're going to come out not being able to score touchdowns, not being able to do what you need to do if you're not going to give him free range until the fourth quarter, because that's when we see him show up, because say, hey, man, we need you to just do you. And he gets the job done.
That's true. What do you think, Dallas Cowboy Chris?
All right, man. Let's go back to what Brandon said, okay, about a possibility that Cooper may be on the field over Dak Prescott. All right, guys. Let's just start.
I don't think it's a possibility.
Okay. Well, what you said it. So let's talk about it. Okay. We're judging Dak Prescott off of one game this season. That's it. That's the truth. Because if we were judging him off
the Denver game. Let's go back to Las Vegas game.
You gonna let me talk, Gary?
No, I know it, but I'm just saying.
Gary, you always when I get to telling you what I'm thinking, Gary, you love to interrupt me, Gary. And it's barbershop talking till I'm talking.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
You gotta mute his mic. Mute your mic.
Nah, I ain't gonna make him mad.
I'm like, damn, Gary, let me get my point out, Gary. Then you can do whatever you need to do. Okay.
Oh, Lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Big Chris, 300-pounder.
Jesus, man, I'm just trying to give you an example. Okay, we judging the man off of one game, and you going back to the last season. So let's go back to last season. So judge him off them 3,000 and 7,000, 3,700 yards and them 35 touchdowns. Judge him then. You judging off games. You picking out games that he had bad games. He had a bad game and he got hurt. Okay, so let's not say Dak Prescott is not the man. We all know he's the man. Cooper Rush is not the man. You know that. So stop it. People, don't get that out of your mind. Everybody loved the backup quarterback. He's always the darling. Hell, y'all like Jason Garrett when he played here, but you know he was sucked. You know he wasn't better than Troy Aikman. Y'all know that. Come on, man. Dak Prescott is the man. Okay? And when he's healthy, he'll be on the field. That's it. He had one bad game this season. That's it, y'all. Get over it. It's over now. He's the man. Now, Gary, you can go and start naming off games that he was bad.
Well, let's just and that's where we are, because we said this about Tony Romo. We didn't think this was going to happen to Tony Romo. We kept saying Tony Romo was going to take the field, but what happened? We brought in Dak Prescott. So don't ever say never, because we didn't think Tony Romo was going to lose his job, but he lost his job, even though it was due to injury, but he lost his job. So, and I'm not saying that Dak is going to lose his job, but what B2 Real was saying, if he continues to win, like we said, hold up. So same thing with Romo. Dak was winning, and guess what the locker room said? The locker room told Romo, man, we need to continue to ride this wave. So what do you then? This is what B2 Real is saying. If this man keeps winning, do you say, well, come on out and we're gonna put Dak back in? So which is gonna be a lot of pressure on Dak, but so Dak definitely got to step up. But if you got this chemistry, what B2 Real is saying, do you allow him to continue to play? And like you said no. But we thought that the same thing with Tony Romo. But guess what happened? Tony Romo lost his job. So it depends on what Jerry Jones wants to do. If he wants to win or he wants to continue to have this as a business side.
Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question?
Sure, man. Sure.
Okay. So at that point, Tony Romo was damn near out for the season. Okay? Almost out for the season. So, and the Cowboys went on a winning streak of 12, 13 games in a row. Okay? We all know Cooper Rush don't have that capability in him to go on a winning streak like that.
We don't know.
Okay,
know.
So say if he does.
He's 2-0.
Say if he does. Say if he does. Okay.
Against quality
so
teams,
so when Tony Romo got hurt, and I was one of those ones saying put Tony in, but I know why they didn't. Okay, and the reason I said put Tony back in just because of his experience in the playoffs. Okay, Dak was a rookie. All right, so when we got to the playoffs, Dak showed why he was a rookie, and they took advantage of him, and he tried to do a miraculous comeback. I thought if Tony Romo was in, it would have been a whole different story. Okay, but I know why he wasn't. We accepted the fact Tony Romo even came out to let the pressure off of Dak. Look, man, it's your team now. I'm bowing out gracefully. But we all know that ain't the case now. It's not the case. It's not.
Okay, I need to speak.
Go ahead.
I need to speak. So I don't want you to misconstrue. I don't want you to misconstrue what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying we are in a predicament right now, right? And the predicament is this: for the last 3 years, we've had an offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore, right? And Kellen Moore has stuck to the same offensive play calling for the last 3 years. What we've hoped him to do is to change that. He has not, right? So what that intel does is make Dak not benefit from an offensive coordinator such as him, right? So when you put 2 and 2 together and they don't equal 4, and then you put 2 and 2 together again with Kellen Moore, who Boise State play call book. That's what he's using.
5 wide.
He's using the Boise State play calls, okay? And Cooper Rush has adapted to that very well. I'm not suggesting that we put Dak in the back of the bus and don't let him play no more. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, do we consider at some juncture, if Cooper Rush benefits more in this scheme than Dak does, do we allow Cooper Rush, who's not our star quarterback, who's not the $42 million man? I mean, $90 million, right? How much you get paid? $90 million.
Well, $40 million right now.
Right. If we don't get Dak in, do we keep Cooper because he's benefiting? He's bringing the dubs, which is ultimately what we want at the end of the day.
All right. Well, I'm never going to misconstrue what you say. I'm not going to misconstrue it. Okay.
Okay.
So
Is that a lady screw? Is that a misconstrue?
I'm not gonna misconstrue you, okay?
Yeah.
So then this is the problem, okay? If that's true, what you said, Kellen Moore is the problem for not adjusting to his starting quarterback.
This is what we've known for 3 years.
Yeah.
So then that is the problem. It ain't Dak. It ain't Cooper. It's Kellen, and it goes back to what you said, Gary. It's going back to what we think about the play calling, right? So the play calling right now, I guess is good for Cooper Rush. Right now, we don't know if it's going to be good for Dak. He's sitting on the sideline for 5 weeks. We don't know.
What do we know about change, Chris? Change is inevitable, except for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Everybody makes changes except the damn Dallas Cowboys.
Why you got to bring up old shit?
I'm bringing up relevant things that happened Sunday. Sunday looked like last Sunday.
I'm not going to allow you. Not gonna allow you to talk about my team like that.
That's my quarterback.
Who put 3 points on the board the first week? Brett Mayweather.
Cowboys.
Then he did it again. Okay.
That was in the second half, man. He had a flashback and he said, "Man, we need 3."
We won 3-0 both games. I mean, we lost 3. We lost by a lot of points. We won by 3.
Well,
Listen, all I'm saying is this. It's a consideration. Do you go with loyalty all the way, or do you go with dubs? Let's say
that's what it boils down to.
Let's say this is hypothetical, and nobody wants this.
No,
I mean,
we don't.
want the
No,
dub.
but it's
We don't
you have
want
to have
that
the conversation.
Yeah, we got to have a conversation. If Dak is on the bench riding pine because old boy ran into his hand, because Kellen Moore don't want to run the ball, do we ride with the winner?
That's enough said. You already know you're not. Well, that's his answer.
Okay, I respect it.
Okay,
I wish we could play that sound, the TO sound. That's my core.
That's my yeah.
I love Dak. That's my guy.
Yeah,
I believe in Dak. I'm a big believer, but I think
me
the conversation has to be had if and only if we get that hot hand, and when it's time for Dak to come back and you have Cooper Rush, say he goes, Dak is out 4-6 weeks. Say he goes 5-1. You have to have the conversation. It has to be had. But I mean, they had it with Romo and Dak. You don't think they had that conversation? But Dak is the quarterback. Dak is our quarterback.
And it's not about skill. It's not about skill at this point. It's about what we have, right? What we have is Kellen Moore, who is unwilling to make any kind of adjustments. Yeah. When you have defenses, and this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time.
Rushing 4, dropping 7.
Listen, New Orleans Saints last season said we knew what they were going to do. We looked at Boise State college tapes and we saw everything that we knew. We knew what they were going to do. Now, when you have that kind of defensive strategy against you, and they saying the same thing this year, they said we knew they were going to commit to the run. We knew it. Tampa Bay said it, right? And so if we're going to ride with this guy, Kellen Moore, which is what they're going to do, Jerry Jones not getting rid of him. Mike McCarthy can't get rid of him. Okay, I love Dak Prescott. He's my guy, but it's a conversation to have.
It has to be had, yeah.
Yeah. And like I say, are we going to play politics or are we trying to win the dubs? And that like B2 Real said, and that's where we are. Let's get into some of these questions because we got some folks, man, that got some good comments, and let's see what's going on. Ken Horn said basically Kellen is not the ounce as usual. He does not make any game adjustment, and that's why the offense looked the way it did after first. I'm gonna say first half.
Right.
Yeah, because first half they did pretty good, but second half he made no adjustments.
And that's what happens. You saw the defense of the Bengals. They made adjustments.
And
I mean, they realized that we want them to beat us in the air. They ain't gonna run the ball. They're gonna have to beat us in the air. So let's play tight.
But we ran the ball well, though. I mean,
We
we
did
had
last
one.
week.
We ran the ball well, but we ran away from it. Dak, people saying, well, Zeke is washed up, but man, we got 6 years out of Zeke. Zeke is not the same Zeke. So, and we already know the lifespan of a running back, but it's still there. You still got your thunder and your lightning. Zeke came off and busted 11-yard run. Then Tony Pollard came and busted a 42-yard run. So the run was there, but if you got a 5 wide a strategy offensive coordinator, that's what you're going to get. Zeke was at his best when he was up under Scott Linehan, because Scott Linehan believed in run, then pass.
Yeah.
This guy, his offensive scheme does not even really include the run game unless it's RPO. But he, for whatever reason, he ran a few run plays this week and it worked, but he got away from it again. So here we are. I mean, this is, again, like we say, we're talking about Kellen Moore, the wisdom tooth. It's still, nobody's pulled the wisdom tooth yet.
Pulled it out.
So here's Trackhawk. Trackhawk said at least KM didn't run any trick plays. And why would you do that?
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. Acho, what's his name? He did a darn film study on. He said not a lot of this is not Dak. A lot of this is Kellen Moore. So, like Trackhawk said, at least there wasn't a lot of fundamental trick plays. Let's see who we got. What y'all think about New York Giants? We're gonna get on New York in just a minute. Cause he said he lurking in the dark right now. I'm looking right at him. He waiting, but we're gonna let him in a minute. So yeah, here we are. So here we at the 37 mark, man. Let's go ahead and bring our dude in real quick. Allow me to butt in. What's up? Allow me to butt in. What's up with you, buddy?
Bro. Oh, y'all.
Yeah. What's on your mind, brother?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I only got a little bit of time, but I never thought I'd be the one to come onto this show and be the one to defend Dak Prescott. What's going on, man?
Yeah, what is going on? That's just where'd that come from?
So confused.
You said he wasn't the top 10.
I got slaughtered on this show for my take.
You should have. You should have.
So you don't think that conversation has to be had if Cooper Rush gets out here and wins us all the games?
And here's the thing, y'all. I've been listening to y'all's conversation. I've been hanging out, and it's beautiful because I'm hearing all this. And the thing that's really driving me crazy, y'all realize that in my mind, because we were going to lose Dak Prescott from what they were saying, like 4 to 5 weeks, maybe. He might even be sooner than what they were saying. But last week we were talking about best case scenario, we're looking at 2-2. Well, they're already 1-0. They play the Giants next, which I think is a dub. They play the Commanders after that, which is probably another dub. And then you have the Rams, which, if it's still Cooper Rush, that's probably a loss. But then you play the Eagles. And it's like, I give us a shot, and even with the Rams, I give us a shot in every single one of those games because this defense is legit. And let's not forget, like, we're having this conversation about Cooper Rush winning the game. He managed to win the game. He didn't win us the game.
Correct.
So my thing is, you're going to get performances out of Dak where he's going to flat out win you the game. I don't think we're going to see that from Cooper Rush. I think this defense is going to carry him through this next 5 games without Dak Prescott, and it could only end up being the next 3 games. We could have Dak back by the time we see the Rams or even Philly. That's what all the reports are saying. Dak is not losing his job to Cooper Rush. That is not happening. I know what we said last week, and I understand all that. And I understand that winning is important. This team won the game, not Cooper Rush. The team won. Yeah. Because our defense is top 5, like we all in this room said it would be. That defense is legit. They're calling Micah Parsons. I don't even want to say it because I'm like, they're calling him LT. They're calling Micah Parsons the next coming of Lawrence Taylor. You don't just toss that around to anybody. That just doesn't happen because he's some, phenomenal player. Micah Parsons is a generational talent, and he's showing that he's on pace to have 36 sacks. I said he would crush this record, and he's on pace to do so. My confidence is in this defense. My confidence is Dak Prescott and Kellen Moore standing on the sidelines and figuring this out together through this injury. Because in all honesty, this might end up being a good thing. Maybe they'll finally, after all these years, get on the same page. Maybe.
So can I ask you this question? Allow me to butt in. Let me ask you this question. So what's the difference from the first game and the second game?
Dak was on the sideline.
No.
Him out.
So what was the difference between the two games?
I mean, was it really that different? Was it though? Like the game plan?
Because the defense did the same thing in the first game. We just couldn't score.
I get that.
You see what I'm saying? So
everything to validate the point. Listen, I don't want you to think that I want Cooper Rush. I don't.
No.
But it's just a conversation. Yeah. And secondly, everything in the defense of whether or not we're going to keep Dak in or out is based upon our defense, and that's not a stance to have if you're going to debate whether to keep the quarterback in or not. Because if the defense is winning the games, then it don't matter who's in, right?
Well, no, it does though. It does, because to me, your team is better with Dak Prescott. I don't think there's any.
Yeah, they are good, better with Dak. I can't deny that.
No one in the league. No one is safe from a bad game. No one.
Right.
No one's
football.
There is no one that you can, not Aaron Rodgers, not Patrick Mahomes, not Tom Brady, no one. I can pull up bad tape on every single quarterback in the NFL.
I think the perspective that I know I'm getting at is not talent. It's not that, because Dak is the best quarterback on the team. He's the best player for our offense. But for this offensive scheme that we currently have, he does not benefit in that scheme. He just don't.
I don't think that that's his fault. I think it's Kellen Moore's fault. I think
we know that. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not going anywhere.
I think that they're not using this personnel correctly. And honestly,
correct. That's what I'm saying.
I want to touch on something y'all were talking about earlier. Y'all keep talking about Zeke. What about Tony Pollard, who looks way better than Zeke? Tony should be starting. Tony should be the focal point of the run game.
Tony cannot pick up those blocks. That's what hurt us in that Bucks game. He
put
missed
them both
block
on the field at the same time then.
And you can, but I wish people quit saying that Tony Pollard cannot pick up blocks like Zeke. I'm sorry to say he can't, but there's a benefit with both running backs. There are. I wish people quit saying he should be started. There's not going to be a starter. You're going to get split time with both running backs, which is a good thing. Just like we had when we had Felix Harper and we had Marion Barber. That's just where we're going to run it. No, we got 6 years out of Zeke. And everybody's still looking for that first and second year Zeke. You're not going to get that Zeke anymore. The man has been crushing everybody.
Make Tony the focal point and put Zeke in for the blocking downs. Tony needs more touch.
You're not going to take. If we're going to talk money, you're not going to take a $90 million man and put him in as a blocking down. No, you're not going to do that.
It's about the money, or is it about who's better?
That's what we've been saying. And who's better? I mean, they both complement one another, don't you think? No, or you just
I think it's more of. I think if it's more of a complementing each other. I see what you mean. I see everybody sees the burst and the speed, but again, he doesn't have that blocking ability, and that's an extra lineman right there, you know. But for them to start Pollard over Zeke, I think I don't know if I'm ready for that.
But they complement. I mean, it don't have to be a starter. Just Kellen Moore needs to learn how to use his running backs. When you got one running back touched the ball 11 times and another back touches 9 times, we got a problem. It's a problem. But you're trying to get a running game out of a guy that runs a 5-wide offense.
I don't think our problem in any of these scenarios is talent, because Zeke is talented, Tony Pollard is talented. Dak Prescott is talented. Michael Parsons is talented. Our defense as a core is talented. And I don't think that our problem is talent and personnel. I think our problem is Kellen Moore using said personnel.
Wisdom.
It's Kellen Moore using the personnel correctly. And that's the only problem that I have in this whole deal is this. If we can't use right, our personnel correctly. Well, can we use our personnel correctly? And what I mean by that is this offensive scheme sucks ass. Excuse my French, right?
Yeah, man,
So
it's terrible.
can Cooper Rush and Tony Pollard and Zeke make this offensive scheme look like not shit?
The thing is, man, they've been doing that. They've been doing that because this offense has been ranked number 1, top 5 for the last 3 years. That's why you have people talking about Kellen Moore being one of the most brilliant offensive minds in football. Anybody who hears that in Dallas that watches the Cowboys play is like, bro, what are you talking about?
It's talent. It's not the offensive scheme.
And we get that. But this man is still getting all this credit for all this offensive numbers that he's put up. But it's like, dude, everybody sees it. We all see it. Nobody else does, it seems like. Because everybody outside seems to be talking about, it's either the stack. And
Yeah.
what else I don't get? They don't keep talking about how bad this offensive line is. I'm not seeing that.
Hold
I
on,
think
Mikey.
the offensive line is picked up right where it left off. I think they're great. I think they've played awesome. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that this offensive line has been very well.
Sneaky.
All this stuff that comes in about us, I don't really get it.
Yeah. Well, and like I say, we still say it's a conversation to be had. Come on, Dallas Cowboy Chris, you're a little quiet. Don't get quiet on us. What's up?
Oh man, I was enjoying the conversation. I agreed and I disagreed with everything y'all said. I agree with everything and I disagreed. Okay. I agreed on the Dak situation. I definitely disagree on the Zeke situation because I think that's asinine. I mean, you can just look at the games and you can tell that when we played against Tampa Bay and Tony Pollard was in on third down, he gave up 3 sacks. 3.
Yeah, he gave up
Zeke don't do that. He
do
don't. Okay, you looking at the splash play for Tony Pollard. I need that normal play for Tony Pollard to do your job. Your job is to pick up that blitz up the middle. He can't do it. So if he can't do it, he can't be on the field. Okay? That's the point I will always make. I don't think Zeke is the greatest running back of all time, but what he is great at, he is good for my 3 to 4 yards a pop, and he's good for picking up monster blitzes.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard got destroyed in Tampa Bay.
And that's why I asked the question. Right.
He was destroyed. So when you come on and you say he should be the better back because he made one splash play against Cincinnati, that's one play. You got to look at the consistency. He got to be consistent for me every week. He's not that. That's why I always made that situation that he ain't Debo. He ain't consistent.
That's not true though. He is.
It's true.
More yards per carry, and not only that, he gets less opportunity.
It was a splash play.
42 yards. Yeah.
Opportunity.
It was a splash play. I'm talking about. Okay, if we gave that boy the ball 30 times a game, he'll have the same amount of rushing yards as Zeke. He had a splash play, bro. He had a splash play.
And he could have had more splash plays too, Chris, if they would have kept running.
Okay, but then you got to put him in the position. Okay, we talking about more explosive plays, okay? I agree with having both on the field too. I believe in that, okay? Hey, we don't have no explosive people on the outside. The boy played wide receiver in college. Put his ass out there, okay? Put him out there. But all I'm telling you, man, he is not better at Ezekiel Elliott at running back. He's not.
But you're saying the same thing I'm saying. You're saying they should use him more. That's exactly what I'm saying. You want to
not at running back.
Fine. He should be used a lot more than he has used. Because every time it seems like we give him the ball, he pops.
Complimentary. So why can't we have a complimentary running back, a core? Why we have to say that Tony Pollard has to be? No, I would love to have 2 running backs, but again, until our offensive coordinator learns how to use both of them, it's all for naught. It's all for naught. So that's where we are. Let me bring Mikey in. Mikey got. I know he got to bring something in and real quick. So everybody got something to say. So come on in, Mikey. You got your 5 minutes. What's up, baby?
Okay.
What's going on? Like, this is week 2 overreaction all over again. You guys are going after things, and I get the game was what it was. But did we lose? Am I missing something in the
Well,
show?
I mean
The
that.
vibe of this
Well,
show?
now,
Like,
Mikey, okay. Now you can take a win and say, okay, we no, we still got problems, brother. We got problems with this
and this
offensive
is red.
coordinator. Now, like I say, we could pull the curtains closed and say, hey, we won. No, you don't. That's not where you look at football. You look at football about fixing what's righting the ship. And right now, we got problems with our offensive coordinator.
3 points in
Yeah,
the second half.
3 points. We didn't score nothing in the second half, and you okay with that?
hey, you know what? We won. How about talking about Brett Maher and this story? How about him finding CD when he needed to find CD? Him finding Noah Brown when he needed to do it. It's a big difference of, yes, having all these big numbers, but when it's time to do it, he did it. And then all of a sudden, we went from the world is over with losing our starting quarterback. Now our starting quarterback is losing his job to the backup. Like, what's going on with this show right now?
Nobody's saying
Uh,
that.
We're not
look,
saying it. We're saying
oh,
Nobody.
the
Jesus,
we're
Lord.
saying
Oh,
the
no.
Well,
Hey,
no, that was
youngster,
that was
I don't
the
know your name too much. The biggest difference between Emmett Smith and Barry Sanders is that Emmett Smith could pick up a blitz. Pick up a blitz. The art of picking up that Mike linebacker is gold. It kept Troy Aikman healthier, and it'll keep somebody like Dak Prescott that's been delicate as hell protected. So when you put Pollard on, you tip your hand. You already know it's either going to be a run because it ain't damn sure ain't going to be a pass. It ain't. Or they could bring it in and he can't check for count on Tony Pollard to pick up the blitz and maybe he's in a flare route, but then he asks them to come back in because he calls the audible because he sees the blitz. He can't ask that. That's tipping our hand. That's why Zeke is a 4-down running back. He's worth the money, and I can't wait to what this season does. But can we talk about the Giants?
we gonna get there. We're gonna get there. What's the rush? You see, you talking about
Wow.
something? Yeah, that
Cooper
we,
Rush,
you know.
baby.
But hey, I'm sorry. Hey,
Hey, hey,
I'm only on for a cameo.
hey,
It's
Sneaky
not
G
Mikey
is
all the
down there.
time, no.
I
So,
say that because Sneaky G is he's in the green room right now.
oh yeah, you tell Sneaky G, hey,
He can hear you.
toma,
He can hear
toma,
you.
toma. You tell Sneaky G, toma. Hey, do I
So,
gotta go?
hold on,
They're on my butt right now. Hey,
real quick, Mikey. So if this is what we're talking about, the scenario. If Cooper Rush continues to win, do you leave him in or you pull him?
you pull them. Apples and oranges. I love you.
All right, deuces. All right, so there it is. That's his 5 minutes of rant. That's what he comes on here and does. He come on and give us what he feels. So,
That's
yeah,
Mikey. Shout out
and
Mikey.
it was a win. We know it was a win. We know it was a win, but us as Cowboy fans, we know that there's
I'm
still
gonna
some
say this. I'm gonna say this. So last season, right? Everybody was talking about Mike McCarthy's inability to
engage.
engage and clock management skills, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was on it all season long. I was like, y'all chill, bro. We winning. We good, bro. We winning, right? And in the end, it bit us in the ass.
It
There
sure
was
did.
42 seconds ran off the clock because nobody knew what to do after a fake punt was went for a first down, right? And so we didn't know what we're gonna do. 42 seconds ran off the clock, and the last play of the game was a 14-second run by Dak Prescott up the gut for first down, and we couldn't spike the ball, kick a field goal, and win it all. So what I'm saying is this: at this point, I do not want to create the same mistakes. We can't change nothing, but the conversation is this: do we consider something new? Do we move on with something different, or do we stay where we've been staying and have the same results?
Well, and with that being said, who only people that knows that is those behind the closed doors.
Right.
Regardless of what we want, I mean, we all have different opinions on it. But again, it starts with Jerry Jones because Jerry Jones tipped his hand and I mentioned that when they have a coaches meeting, he's in the coaching meetings with the coaches. So that kind of opens the door to now. While maybe Mike McCarthy doesn't pick have anything to say due to the fact because everything goes through Jerry Jones. I don't know, but that's exactly what Jerry Jones said on 105.3 The Fan. So, but hey, again, we only thing we know is what what they tell us, and they don't always tell us what the truth is. So, anybody got anything else to say about that? Because we're gonna move on to these Giants. And
guys, I
go
appreciate y'all having me on, man. I gotta go. I got
okay, brother. All right, allow me to butt in. Okay, take it easy, brother. Okay.
I mean,
All right. So before we bring him in, let us talk about the Giants first before we.
Hey, that's what's up.
We're gonna do this. So okay, let's go into week 3, guys. We're moving to week 3. Okay, so we know that the New York Giants are 2-0. They won just past weekend, 19-16. They got based no more than what we did. They got 1 touchdown and 2 field goals. So they scored in the first, they scored a touchdown in the third, and they scored 2 field goals in the fourth. So, but they are 2-0. But come to find out on this Giants, Daniel Jones was 22 for 34 for 176 yards, 1 TD. Saquon Barkley had 21 carries for 72 yards, no TDs. Daniel Jones was 10 for 21 receiving. Who is it? Richie James had 5. So they record. I mean, they're 2-0, but they kind of look like us in a way. So, real quick though, guys. With that being said, there was a problem. There was an issue. I hope I can figure. It's like 5 issues that the I can't find it, but there was something like they was talking about. Well, I can't find it anyway, but there were some issues. They were saying what is the problems with the Giants were, some of the problem is, Galladay is not getting the time. He's upset, not getting the time that he thinks he should. They said they need some pass rushers, and maybe Sneaky G Man can enlighten us on what he thinks about that. And said they don't have the houses up front didn't get the job done. So, before we bring him in, y'all got anything to say about them Giants?
They are who we thought they were. They ain't nobody.
Dallas Cowboy Chris, what you looking forward to, man, when it comes to these Giants?
Well, it's simple to me.
Okay.
I got the over under at Michael Parsons sacks at 4.
Ooh.
And I'm taking the over.
Ooh.
And I know Sneaky is listening. The next LT will have more than 4.
What you think be too real?
I'm just gonna listen.
I'm gonna make them wait.
I'm just gonna listen. I'm just gonna listen.
What do you think be too real? What do you think? What is your expectation?
My expectation, of course, is the DUB.
The dub.
I want the dub. I want the dub, and I want to see Zeke blast through that defensive line and just go crazy. I want some eight banana shit going on against them Giants. That's what I want. I want 100-0. That's what I want.
He can't talk, guys. Go ahead and finish talking. He can't talk.
He's muted. He's muted. Stephen, you're muted. You're muted, Stephen. You're muted.
What do you think of Mondo? I give him. He speaks when I tell him to speak.
He muted him.
What do you think of Mondo?
We get the dub. I think Micah goes for 3 sacks. I think the Giants. I don't know. I feel like they're fluky. They're iffy. They beat the Lions. Okay. And then who did they beat last week?
They just beat the Panthers.
I don't know.
All right.
We'll see.
Without further ado, all the way from what part of New York? Arlington. It is Sneaky G-Man.
All the way from Dallas, New Jersey. That's kind of where it's all the way. Okay, so before we get started, I love I'm glad on. You know what? All I'm hearing is cruise. That's all I'm hearing.
What's
So
going
first
on,
off,
Sneaky G, man,
man,
how you doing,
you know what? First off, Chris, you know how to throw a shindig. Let's just keep it be real. Yeah. See what I did there? It was good to see y'all again, Armando, as always. Armando, where's your belt? Where's the belt at? Where's it at? And Chris, I know you got yours too. Okay. I'll just double check it. A little roll call. That's all. A little roll call. First off, I'm glad. Thank you, G, for bringing me on. I love watching you four eat each other.
No, we don't. No, there's no eat each other. I don't know.
Well, I don't mean in the eating. Well, we'll get into that in a second. I don't mean it like that. I mean beating each other up. I'm saying beat each other up because it was. And be too real. You sounded like the color of purple. I love that. Y'all know I do, but I bench him dead. You sounded like straight up Whoopi Goldberg on not Whoopi, Oprah. I'm sorry, that was Oprah. Who is this quarterback? Is this Cooper Rush? Oh, and hold up, time out. I took some notes.
I see you took some notes.
First off, allow me to butt in. Go sit yourself down somewhere and mind your business. Talking that mess that he was talking about the Giants. I was listening. Oh, Chris, you did your best impression of Drake because you was all up in your feelings. Kiki, do you love me? And that was priceless. What else am I? Okay, so I already talked about. We're gonna get into the Michael Parsons thing. Let's see, Chris. Yep, your Drake. Oh yeah, Mike. Yeah, okay, you know what I meant. Larry Gisbein.
He's in here.
Yeah, so he said sneaky in the back, fill himself at 2-0. My OnlyFans is sexual chocolate. It's $15.99 per subscription. Just hit that up. And finally, Chris, my dog. If Parsons gets, thank you so much, Morgan. I appreciate the love, fam. Hey, Morgan is my guy, by the way. If Parsons gets 4 sacks, I will personally send you $40 in gift cards for dresscomfy.com. She has the latest and greatest for Sneaky G Man merch.
Okay.
So
hey, y'all heard it for 8. Hey, it's a huddle. Y'all heard that.
Hey, what is it? Hour and 3 in. I said it. And now hold on.
I'll take the 4.
Look at this though. Look at this. Ooh.
Shave that bit my ass. I'll tell you. Hell, you shave yours, Anthony. I don't even know if you got one. But ain't no way in hell. What's up, Alameda? But yeah, you need to go sit down somewhere. Talking all that mess, that blasphemous. Now, speaking of blasphemous, what the? Okay, look, listen. LT. See, I might need to stand up a little bit. Hold on. LT is in a class of his own. You have Lawrence Taylor in linebackers, and then you have everybody else. He will never be the next coming of. How you gonna put him over Jack Lambert, Junior Seau? It's possible. It's possible. Michael Single. It ain't possible.
It's possible.
Michael. So he's gonna leap. I would jump right now, but I ain't got no hops. Okay, I would jump and demonstrate how much of a leap Michael Parsons. The fact that Stephen A. Smith had the audacity to speak all that. I got mad. I got hot. And you know.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Hold on, B. I got a question for him. How you stand up and didn't get no taller? That's number one. Number 2.
You got jokes. I am not 5'5", Chris. You 9 feet ass Sasquatch self Come on now, stop.
I'm just gonna sip my tea real quick.
Just because I said you 9 feet tall, you gonna talk. You should have said, "How am I gonna stand up and sit down and be out of breath?" That's what you should have asked.
Hey, I
need to find my inhaler right now.
I wasn't even gonna bring that part up. I think you know, because they compared him, and we're comparing him to the greatest linebacker of all. We never said that LT is not the greatest. That's what
I know you didn't say that.
That's what you're missing. Because when they compared him to the greatest, that hurt your feelings. Why it hurt your feelings that they compared him to the greatest? They compared Kobe to Michael. They compared Michael to Dr.
That hurt my feelings too.
They compared Dr. J to the Big O.
That hurt my feelings too.
They always compare people to the great ones, right? But he is going to be the only Michael Parsons. But you shouldn't get upset. You shouldn't get upset. You shouldn't get upset because they compared him to the greatest linebacker ever, because his potential is for him to be the greatest. That's all they're saying. That's all Stephen A. say. I said it. Everybody has said it that has eyes that watch football. This guy is amazing, dude. He has changed the Cowboys defense overnight. Okay, and that's what people are missing. Quit thinking that, okay, we're saying he is better or he is LT. We're not saying he's better than LT. Right now, they are comparing him to one of the greatest of all times.
You got a problem with that?
Is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let me get another sip of my 3 AM water. Hold on. Now check this out. Okay, I would be offended if I was Ray Lewis. I would be offended if I was Junior Seau. I would be offended if I was Mike Singletary, Jack Lambert, all the NFL greats before him. They didn't even put him in the same sentence as Ray Lewis. I'm not saying don't inspire to be great, but know your limits. That's all I'm saying. Hold on, Chris. Chris, I spoke, and you spoke. I listened. Your turn. First of all, LT changed the game. He changed the game. No other linebacker. They had to he is the reason why there's a fullback in the backfield. So until Mike Parsons, yes, he has potential. He has potential to be Ray Lewis good. That's it. You stop. To me, it's like I said, LT, everybody else. Okay? LT single-handedly beat the Detroit Lions. Michael Parsons have yet to have that moment, and I doubt he will.
He just single-handedly beat Cincinnati.
Okay.
I gotta watch the game because it's nobody. Hold on, Mike. Chris. Nobody said anything about Michael Parsons single-handedly beat any team as of yet. And 2 years in, you're gonna put him up. You're gonna put him in the same.
No, nobody has put him
yes,
there.
He did.
No.
Yes, he did.
No,
because Stephen A. Smith. I heard it. Stephen A. Smith said he is LT 2.0. Thank you, Flash Shit. That's Flash Shit, right?
That's Eddie. That's my homie. He was
okay. I appreciate you. They put him
too much emphasis on the A. It's not fly shit. It's Flash Shit.
Oh, it's Flash. Oh, okay.
Flash
Ebonics hooked on phonics. It worked. It didn't work for me.
But Stephen, real quick, every one of those linebackers,
I made it wrong. My fault.
Hold on. Every one of those linebackers you named, like Junior Seau, Ray Lewis, and everything, they wasn't rush linebackers. Okay, so you could in Singletary, they're not rush linebackers; they're tackling linebackers. They compared him to a rush linebacker like LT. That's what you're missing. You like, hey, you dropped over Ray Lewis. They only play the same position.
I'm gonna say this something that everybody's thinking. You said he's not a rush linebacker. He's a tackle linebacker. They're all the same thing. They do the same thing. Dropping coverage, some in tackle. Okay, you mean so then what was Junior
linebacker is Von Miller?
Oh, Miller?
Yeah.
He rushes, but he also drops back in coverage. What about
you name middle linebackers, and all they do is tackle. They are not rush linebackers or rush defensive end. They don't convert to that. If you put Ray Lewis at defensive end, he wouldn't even get off the line of damn scrimmage. Come on,
They put Parson everywhere on the field. I'll give you that. They put LT everywhere on the field. I'll give you that.
You see the
They
similarities? You see the
They,
similarities.
but they
You
do that
just-
to
you just
Urlacher.
said
But you
something
didn't
that
let me
nobody else
finish,
said.
G. You didn't let me finish. You interrupted. Rude.
Because
Now
it's the
they do
Cowboys
that.
huddle.
Say what? Oh yeah, welcome guys. How y'all doing? Oh, and just so you know, these are my guys. I love them. These are my guys. They just picked the wrong team. That's all. Anyway. Like I was saying, every linebacker has a specific job. Okay, a specific job. Yes, they don't stay on the same side of the field. They rotate around. You mean to tell me Lewis don't go on a blitz? Boo, you lose. That like I said, allow me to butt in sports. You need to go sit down somewhere. You're butting in too much. Okay, now you're being rude. You're butting in way too much. You mean to tell me linebackers don't like Ray Lewis don't blitz? Jack Lambert don't blitz. Junior Seau don't. When they get the call to blitz, that's what they do. But when they get the call to drop in coverage, that's what they do too.
I think you know better than how you're describing.
But Sneaky,
There are different. There are
I
different
know
types-
that Parsons is nowhere near LT. I mean, the
Not
potential.
now. Not
It's
now.
always good. It's
he-
good to strive for perfection. Don't get me wrong.
How many
But the
seasons?
reason being is you're
has
not going to obtain that goal. That's all I'm saying.
How many seasons did LT play?
10? Is it 10? 10 or 11?
Okay, year
'Cause
7.
I think
He's
he.
still doing what he's doing. We'll have the conversation again. And you're gonna say you were right, guys.
Yeah.
No, never. And you know what? And it's not even coming from me. I'm gonna tell you right now.
It is coming from you.
Well, no, it's coming from Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick, the defensive mastermind himself, said that LT was the best player he ever coached.
Well, yeah,
He ain't never coached Micah.
exactly.
He might get him on a
biased.
trade. You
That's
never know.
biased.
What we expect from you? I mean, we're not expecting you to agree with what we're saying because you're on the Cowboy huddle, not the
What do
Giant
you
huddle.
expect Monday?
So, yeah,
Sneaky G man.
yeah. Let's
Steph-
talk
What do I
about
expect
Monday
Monday?
night.
Stephen.
Monday.
Tell us
So,
a little bit about
okay.
Galladay. What's up with Galladay? He's very upset. And what is going on
Galladay
with it?
is upset. So first off, we need to keep in mind, or Galladay needs to keep in mind. First off, he's under contract. Bottom line. Secondly, the people that smoozed him and paid him that money is no longer there. He got inherited, and there was nothing the Giants could do. I hate to say, I like Galladay. I know he's a playmaker. I'm not going to get in other
So why is
issues,
he not
but
on the field if he's a playmaker?
from what I heard, and this is unreliable source. I'll just throw that out there. Right off the jump, him and Dable did not get along. They did not meet eye to eye. And when you watch some of the practices in training camp, he wasn't going 100%. And again, this is just what I heard, and then what I saw. It kind of married up together. I don't like spreading rumors, but that's why we're here in the sports TikTok world, right? And also podcast. Well, so with Galladay, look, Galladay got his own demons. What I like about the whole situation is that he is not becoming a distraction. Well, I hope as of right now, he's not a distraction. So the fact after this season, if things don't change, he will be less of a hit on the team than he was this year. If we were to let him go this year, it'd have been like $25 million on the salary cap. Well, hey, that's 11 Parsons. Yeah, right. Yeah. You see the name of you slick. You trying to
It is royal blue and white.
He's trying to give me high blood pressure and all that. And he made me I had to turn around too to look. I said, what?
That's why I'm laughing because you turned around.
He's slick.
You got a Micah jersey, huh?
But I'll be real. I think that no pun intended, be real. It's gonna be a close. I'm gonna be at the game. I'm gonna be cheering my guys on. It's gonna be a great Monday night game. Yeah, I think we're gonna win. We're gonna win by. It's gonna be the same score by you guys with the Bengals, but it's gonna be us on top, 20-17. Jones gonna have a touchdown pass. Cooper Rush will also have a touchdown pass, or I call it a pick six. we'll kick a couple field goals to take the win.
Is that all
So
we got for the
How many
Monday
fumbles?
night?
How many fumbles for Daniel Jones?
well, what we, and I think hold on, I'm glad you said that, Armando. See, that's why I like you, Armando. You got you. Gee, I noticed how when you was putting out the statistics, you did not state the most important statistic of all: zero interceptions, zero fumbles.
That's because y'all kicked all field goals.
What? I don't think you heard me. We were talking about Daniel Jones. I don't. Hey, G, I'm right here. You back? I'm right here. Are we back? Right? You good? Okay. No. So Daniel Jones didn't have any turnovers whatsoever. So I'm gonna say it's gonna stay on that track as well. I don't. Parsons might get a fumble there, maybe. I don't think so. But I will say this, and I do want to touch on Jones as well. The last time Barkley and Parsons was on the same field, Barkley went out on motion, and it was the play that he got injured on. Barkley went out on motion, and who'd they have on him? Parsons. I love that matchup. I hope they do that again. And about Jones, I don't know if you guys recall, but against the Titans, yes, we beat a powerhouse as well. ASC, they're not now, but last year they were the top seed in the playoffs. When Jones threw that ill-advised interceptions, you got to ask Chewin. And I think that was huge. That Daniel Jones needed that. The fumble wasn't on him. It was on the offensive line. But, 2017 Giants.
Can
Okay.
we expect Daniel Jones to rush 10 times again this week?
I don't like him rushing, period.
I would love to see him rush.
I know you would. I don't. Now if it's a broken play, yes, I get it. That's part of the game. But if it's a designed run, no, Kafka, he should get fired. The sneaky smoking rocks. Hey man, I told you need to get on my OnlyFans. Sexual chocolate. It's only $15.95 a month. But you do the 3 months, I'll give you that third month free. Okay, Larry? I'll let your boy. Sexual chocolate at sexual chocolate. That'd be funny if he's actually typing that up. That'd be funny.
I'm here.
No, where you at? Larry, all love, man. All love. No, I think Jones is going to play well. I think because the last 2 games he's been managing the game, and I think that's what he's going to continue to do.
I see
Saquon's going to be the
7
focal
or 8
point.
sacks this game. I think so.
8,
Yeah, we got 6 against Burrow, right?
but that line was the Bengals line.
The Panthers
Is
got 3
worse.
sacks on y'all's, right?
Okay, 6 is a little more. You're going to get
Absolutely.
sacks. That's part of the game.
So what he's saying is,
But we also-
Panthers' defense is not better than ours.
That's
So
exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, 8. Really, be real.
Yeah.
why
Be
not?
real. 8.
Well, now according to fan side,
Not
they
by
said
Micah, not by LT,
No, oh my God.
but
This,
a host of Dallas Cowboy players, right?
a host of them. Listen.
not gonna get
LT probably gets 3, maybe 4 by itself.
Hey, listen, when you need to put some respect on his name when that comes out your mouth. You
Who
need to put some
name? Who
respect.
name?
Lawrence Taylor. That name.
I thought you talking about Daniel Jones, the guy that ran
Hey, now
8
you-
yards and
you-
fell before he got to the end zone.
Now you sound like that one lady on Color Purple. Who is this linebacker? Who is this woman?
You must have just saw that movie.
Hmm?
You must have just saw that movie recently.
No, actually, no, I didn't. Man, that's a classic.
Yeah.
I saw a movie. Long.
Like
The
LT?
only Giants fan that I like him. I appreciate you, Larry.
That means Larry's going to that website.
Hey, Larry, give me 15 minutes. I'm gonna make that up real quick. Gas is high. Okay, it came down for a little bit, but it's getting back up there.
So we're going to see you on Monday night, man. And this is a divisional game. Divisional games are always tough. We know that.
And that's why I say it's gonna be a 3-point. It's gonna be a close game.
It definitely will be. I'm glad that Saquon Barkley is healthy. I like
Saquon.
Saquon. Well, I don't know.
I got you.
New York. I thought it's Satchel Paige or something. I don't know, but Who
Tomatoes,
cares?
tomatoes.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
cares?
I mean, that's why I say leak.
You're
Kelly,
running back. Okay,
leak.
you're running back then. Okay, so I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be a good game, man. I mean, hopefully it won't be so as boring. We both been struggling to get in the end zone, looks like, but hopefully we can represent the NFC East.
Overall, and also, I'm glad that we are not the joke of the NFL anymore. It's glad to see the AFC South is. It's about
Oh,
damn
yeah,
time.
my God.
It's gonna be a competitive division.
Yeah,
In the East. And I'll be honest, I want us to be undefeated, but I want us to be undefeated when we play against Philly. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, Sneaky G. Philly is doing something that actually caters to what their quarterback does.
Yeah.
RPOs.
Yeah.
And they're winning. Yeah, I mean, they look. I'm not no Philly fan, but I'm just by observing what they're doing. They're playing into his strengths.
AJ Brown is an asset.
I purposely have AJ Brown on my fantasy team. Yes, he's getting me some points. Oh, don't get me wrong. I be looking over at the TV and seeing what they be doing. And now the fact that we're both all four teams are playing against each other this week. That's huge. We're going to be beating each other up like we do every year. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Washington comes out on top, because I mean, Philly, I think Larry, you want to talk about filling themselves. I think Philly is drinking the Kool-Aid. So, but we'll see. Yeah,
that's something to see. So, hey, man, it's going down this weekend. It's going down Monday night. So everybody make sure you stay tuned, because we got NFC rival game going on Monday night. So, coming on, it's going down. Dallas Cowboy Chris, what you got to say, brother, before we get out of here, man?
Well, we can give predictions for the game.
Let's do it.
Sneaky gave his prediction, but I'm gonna give mine, and 9 times out of 10, I'm accurate. Cowboys 26, Giants 6.
This mother.
21 of my dog.
You ain't like what Chris said. You ain't like what I said. 27-0 Cowboys.
What?
I'm going to be a little bit more lenient. I'm going to say 27-10 Cowboys.
And that's y'all ain't even taking the damn points. Go ahead, G.
I'm saying 35-10.
Oh,
Cowboys.
You better hope we don't blow y'all out. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Giants, because all last week everybody went for the Bengals except me.
Yeah, you're right.
It was reverse psychology.
Wait, y'all picked against the Cowboys?
It was reverse psychology.
It worked.
Oh,
it worked.
Say it ain't so, Joe. Sorry. Say it ain't so.
Us did.
It's 1-0.
Hey, I just want you to have my $40 gift card ready. Okay.
You're right. Woo!
Hey, and I'll be back on the show. And it ain't gonna happen.
That's what's up. Well, hey guys, we want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. We want to thank our subscribers and all those that follow this channel. We want to thank Sneaky G, man, for coming on tonight. We want to thank Mikey 520. We want to thank allow me to butt in tonight. Everybody that supported this channel, we appreciate you.
Hey, G, post Larry's real quick.
Okay.
I looked at really.
Yeah, I did. I did. So here we go, man. So, hey, like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen. Dallas Cowboys. That's what it is. Yes, sir.